What's going on, everyone? Joe from HOGOUT. Are you guys good with math? Math, algebra, math in general? We're going to go over some math here in this video. And this video is mainly for breeders, people that are thinking about breeding, people that have been breeding over the years. I did a 3-year mathematical equation when it comes to breeding different females, when to brumate, when to pair, first pairings, locks, all that stuff, guys. Ovulation sheds, prelay sheds. I found something that's pretty sweet that I found on this year that I'm going to learn from this year. And then I'm going to learn how to brumate my females based on their previous performance. And what I mean about that is that when did I brumate them? When did they come out of brumation? When did they first pair? How many days? We're going to count the days, guys. It's all about the days. All right. Did they have an ovulation shed? Did they not? How many fertile eggs compared to slugs? We're going to go over all that. It's a study that I have done over the last 3 years. I recorded everything on 2 particular females over the last 3 years. We're going to check out some data. We're going to look at it, and we're going to learn something in this video, no doubt. So this is going to get really good here really quick, guys. So I got everything all highlighted. We're good to go. So let's check it out. So for your breeders out there, if you breed all your females the same time every year, and then you have performances from your females that are different every year, maybe this helps. Maybe this will help. I don't know. Am I on to something? I don't know. Let's get into this, guys. So we're going to talk about Sil, my female. I have bred for the last 3 years, and also Autumn that have bred over the last 3 years. Autumn, of course, produces more eggs than Sil, as usual. Their first year, they had fertiles, mostly fertile, some slugs. Their second year in 2023, 2024, they're perfect. 10 out of 0 and 20, I think it was like 23 out of 0. All fertile. Second year, perfect. First clutch, great. Out of brumation, great. Well, we're going to go over the dates of each year, and then we're going to check out of brumation, their first lock, how many days. We're going to talk about days and the difference between each female. So this is what I want to do. And of course, I'm going to piece this video together because I got a lot of information in my head that I want to get out tonight. So we're going to go over Sil 23, 24, and 25. Also Autumn 23, 24, 25. So I collected all this data over the years, and I just want to bestow that information on you guys because I think my conclusion is going to be don't brumate all your females at once. Brumate depending on the values, on what they have produced, what their stats are over the years. So if you're new, your first year, take a chance, record the data. Do what we got to do next year, record your data, and then just see what I'm going to say here. And then do the math with it, and you should be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over Sil's data and then also Autumn's data. 2 females that have been breeding over the last 3 years. And you're going to see a I would say a similarity here when it comes to their first and second year of breeding. So let's go over this data. You're going to see exactly what I mean. And you guys are going to be like, what? What did Joe just come out with? Mathematics? We're doing math here, guys. And what I'm saying to the breeders here is that collect the data over a year or 2, 3 years, 4 years, and check out the differences between, brumation date, lock date, eggs laid, brumation, when they went into brumation. Check out those dates. Check out how many days it was and do the math from that for next year, for the year coming up. So let's go over Sil. So this is a comparison between my 2 females, Sil and Autumn. So Sil, 22-23 breeding season. Brumation was 10-9-22. Out of brumation, 12-6-22. First lock was 12-23. 22, 17 days. So 17 days was her first lock. And of course, I record all this stuff on my channel here on YouTube. Eggs laid, 9. Only 4 fertile. 5 slugs. Now, Sil, her next year was 23-24. Brumation, a month later from last year. 11-12-23. out of brumation 1/5/24. First lock 2/7/24, 32 days. And that's a difference from 2023, 15 days. Keep that in mind. That 15 days and that 32 days is going to mean a lot here in this video. So how many eggs did she lay in 2024? Perfect. 10 fertile, 0 slugs, no ovulation shed on her that year. So now we're going to go into SIL 2024, 2025. This year, it's about 6-7 weeks in brumation compared to last year. So brumation was 12/23/24 out of brumation 2/20, which was this week. First lock, I'm going to tell you this right now. I might have missed her first ovulation cycle. So yesterday on 2/27 ovulation shed, I don't know. 7 slugs on 2/26/2/27. So over the last 2 days, she laid 7 slugs. Very important information here we need to remember here when it comes to autumn, okay? So let's keep that in mind. And I'm blowing your guys' minds right now. You guys are like, what are you talking about, Joe? Please keep the math in mind. Keep these graphs in mind. Just calculate everything. And you're going to know exactly what I'm saying. And still popped out 7 slugs over the last 2 days. 2/26, 2/27. Did we delay her pre-lay shed in brumation? Maybe. Let's think about that. You're going to think about that. Trust me. You're going to think about that. All right. So did I hit her brumation too late? I think so. And you're going to know why here very soon. When it comes to brumating all your females all at once, every year, it's not good. It's not good, in my opinion. Okay, everyone. Since we went over SIL's last 3 years when it comes to breeding, we're going to talk about Autumn. Autumn is my superstar. She's great. She lays a lot of eggs every year. But she had the same problem with SIL on her first year and second year. So the first year had slugs. The second year was great. 100% fertile eggs. So we're going to talk about these dates, the lockups, the brumation, out of brumation. When was the first lockup with Autumn? Let's go over that right now. So Autumn in 2022-2023 breeding season, brumation 10/16/22, out of brumation 12/6/23. Her first lock was on 1/19, 44 days out of brumation. Eggs laid, let's check this out. 22 eggs, 17 fertile, 5 slugs. So when we look at SIL's first year, she had slugs, 4 and 5. Okay, good. Autumn lays a lot of eggs. And of course, Autumn had no ovulation shed that year. So Autumn in 23-24 breeding season, brumation 11/12/23, a month later than the year previous. So out of brumation 1/5/23. First lock. This is amazing, guys. Last year was amazing. First lock, she produced the most eggs ever. I think she produced over like 43 eggs. It was insane last year. Her first lock was 3/3/24, 63 days after normal temperatures. Difference from 2023, 19 days. So SIL's difference was 15 days, and Autumn's difference was 19 days. Here we go, guys. Math is going to kick in. And what I'm going to say now pertains to what I'm going to say next, so let me get this out right now. And you're going to realize what I say here is truth. So the difference from SIL 2025 this year is 31 days from Autumn to SIL. Negative 31 days, by the way. Negative 31 days. So what I'm going to say here is that the difference from SIL 2025 this year is negative 31 days compared to Autumn. So if I am brumating my females at the same time, we got to look at the lockup dates, brumation dates. We got to look at eggs laid dates. We got to look at all that. All right. So this is why I'm saying that our females need to be brumated at different times of the year. So the difference from SIL 2025 is negative 31 days compared to Autumn. Perfect timing for a pre-lay shed for SIL, maybe in brumation, right? So she was blued out when she came out of brumation this year. So it was Autumn. But SIL, I don't know. It could have been a sort of a pre-lay shed, I think. I might have brumated her a little too late in 2025 because that's 31 days. How long does it take to lay eggs? 31 to 33, 34 days to lay eggs, fertile eggs, slugs. But guess what, guys? In the last 2 days, when Sil was shedding out in the last 2 days, yes, Sil has laid 7 infertile slug eggs in the last 2 days as she's shedding out right out of brumation. Keep that in mind. It's going to go a long way here at HOGOUT. So, all right, more information coming up. Let's do this. So to continue here, you're probably going to think to yourself, Joe, how do you come up with that math? Well, the math is with autumn. Autumn, okay? So autumn this week, 2024-2025 season, she brumated 12/23/24. Out of brumation was 2/20/25 last week. Her first lock was on 2/25, 5 days after she had what I'm going to say is an ovulation shed. The year prior was 63 days. The difference of that in 2024 is 58 days, negative 58 days. So I brumated autumn about 6 weeks after 2024 for 2025. There's the math, guys. The math is there. She had an ovulation shed this week. She had her first lock on 2/25, 5 days after brumation. And she looks incredible. Look at the pictures here. She is going to produce 20 plus fertile eggs again this year. And just so you guys know, only 1 lock for the first clutch every year with these two females. So, and the high success of lock, let me tell you this, guys. This is something I have actually recorded over the last 4 or 5 years. Now, I will say this when it comes to my experience over the last few years, 4 or 5 years, is that the high success of lock is feeding your female 1 day before. Now, the females just coil up. They sit there. They become receptive. They flick their tail with the male, and the male is always energetic. So it's always up to the male to lock. And the males I feed 2 days before pairing. So they have some meals in them. They have energy because they need a lot of energy. So that's my success on locks. So 1 day before pairing for females, 2 days before males. Guys, work out all this math. You'll understand what I'm saying. It's best to brumate if you have any kind of data information on your females over like a 2-year period, three-year period, 4, 5, 6, 7-year period. Calculate all that with your other females and find out what's going on, because Sil always locked up before autumn and they brumated and came out of brumation at the same time, fed the first time. So it was always there. So this year I went a little bit later, and autumn locked up 5 days compared to 63 days the year prior. So that gives you exactly 31 days when I brumated Sil with autumn on the same date. 31 days. So at 31 to 32 days is why I think Sil laid a lot of slugs in the last 2 days. 7 slugs. There you have it. There's the math, guys. I know a lot of you guys in the comments could be like, dude, what are you talking about? I can't figure out 44 days, 36 days. It's there, guys. The math is there. And I'm going to fix that next year when it comes to brumation, when it comes to my female. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to adjust it. So if I got to brumate Sil a little bit earlier, like a month earlier than autumn, I'm going to do that because those two came out shedding, or in shed process, I should say, this year. And autumn nailed it with the ovulation. I'm like, she's getting big, as you saw in the pictures today. Sil, she dropped those slugs in the last 2 days. I missed her pre-lay shed. She had a pre-lay shed, I think, going through, and I think that delayed her while she was in brumation. So that's what I got here for you guys. I know it's a long video, but I got to get this out, this information, so I can remember. I can look back at this video and say, oh, yeah, that's what happened. So this is just very good information for you guys. Take it or leave it. Love you guys. I spent a lot of time on this over the last 3 years, so I got the information straight. So it's all about breeding, getting that ovulation cycle going, and hitting that ovulation cycle, which I did in 2024 with Sil and autumn. 10 out of 0 for Sil, this year or last year with autumn, 23 out of 0. So all the fertiles are looking good. From last year, autumn is going to look good again this year. Sil, I think I missed her. So much love to Sil. Hopefully she double clutches, and I'm going to pair her tomorrow. And it's going to be a very special pairing too as well. So enjoy that. All right, guys, you have a great night. I spent a lot of time getting all these numbers down for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment sections. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm getting really tired, so I'm out of here. Love you guys. Be good. Cheers.